In the studio with me now from the Brockville Rifles, I'm talking with Master Corporal Nathan Madigan, who is also the Reserve Unit Recruiter. Let's talk with Nathan. Welcome.
Hi, Doreen. Pleasure to be here.
Well, hey, I'm glad you're here. What first motivated you to join the Canadian Armed Forces?
The first thing that motivated me was I didn't really have a clear path after high school, and I figured trying out the military route would be a great way to go, and you can do that through the reserves pretty easily. So I went for it, and here we are.
So you're considered a full-time recruit unit, reserve unit recruiter?
Correct.
Okay, that's a twist, whatever, for the Brocks. Okay, so why? Why are they recruiting?
So right now we're recruiting because we have an initiative CAF-wide to bolster our numbers. I'm sure you've seen it in the news and the media. So part of that initiative is strengthening the reserves and increasing our numbers in the reserves, increasing our training capacity, and therefore increasing the overall strength of our nation's military.
That's nice. That's good. What kinds of opportunities do people have that join the reserve?
One of the biggest opportunities you have when you join the reserves is one, it's very low commitment service. So you get trained to the same standard as the regular forces would over a slightly longer time period, just given the nature of part-time service.
Right.
There's no obligation to serve, but you have the opportunities to deploy on any missions that Canada is participating in within NATO.
Oh, I never knew that. That's interesting. Okay. So what is the biggest misunderstanding about joining the reserves?
I think one of the biggest misunderstandings is the time commitment. I think it's hard for some people to grasp that you can serve in your nation's military on a part-time basis. People think military, they think regular forces, they think postings, they think time away from home, they think family life that is more difficult to manage. Whereas if you join the reserves, you have a lot of the same opportunities to serve and the same opportunities to deploy as the regular forces, but you're serving a much more part-time basis. There are minimum requirements that you have to meet, but the schedule is much more
lenient as it would be.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So the service requirements for a reservist can be as little as one Thursday a week, one evening a week, and one weekend a month.
Okay.
Just to maintain just the baseline competencies that are required to operate within the Canadian Armed Forces.
I see. So someone that is working full-time, has always wanted to be involved, and has a family, they still can do it, can't they?
That's right, and that's exactly what the reserves is structured for, very much around the full-time employee or the student who has other full-time obligations but would like to serve their country in whatever capacity they can.
What are some of the specific positions that need to be filled with the Brocks?
Right now in Brockville, I'm primarily hiring infantry, which infantry is basically what you see in the movies, the people on the ground, digging the trenches, holding the line. But we also hire sometimes administrative positions. So we do have positions for human resources administrator, financial services administrator, infantry officer, which is not so much an administrative position. I rope that in kind of with infantry. It's just a slightly different job description.
Okay.
And we, from time to time, will hire material management technicians or logistics officers as well.
Now, are these part-time or are these full-time?
All of the positions that I hire for here in Brockville are part-time.
Okay.
Now, that being said, as you move through your training in the reserves, like someone like myself, for example, I'm in a full-time position as a reservist. There are opportunities for full-time work as a reserve soldier.
Yes.
And one of the most prominent times we have for full-time work is during the summer. So we have a program called the Full-Time Summer Employment Program. Yes. Where within your first 4 years of service, you are guaranteed employment through the months of May to September.
Oh, that's neat. That's really, so there's a lot of opportunities out there for individuals.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, tell me about the available tuition reimbursement in the full, well, you told me about the full-time, but what is this tuition?
That's a great question. So in the reserves, there is a tuition reimbursement program where select programs will be reimbursed $2,000 a year up to $8,000 over the course of your education. So just for joining the reserves and participating in training and getting your operational functional point and your entry-level courses, you are entitled to $2,000 reimbursement towards your tuition per year.
Wow. That makes it a little bit sweeter, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
And so what qualities do you feel a person should have if they're coming to you and saying, hey, I want to join? What should people really possess?
I think a strong sense of duty and purpose to serve your country and to serve others is definitely required. Teamwork is a huge asset and a skill that the military will help you to develop. But if you come in with the mindset that you're joining a team, that is definitely would be an asset.
Okay, so don't come in thinking you're going to rise up to admiral right away, right?
That's right.
Or is that Navy? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is, but that's okay.
Sorry. Okay, well, you know what I meant. I meant the top.
I know what you meant.
So why does the Brockville Rifles have such a unique comparison to all the other reserve units here in Ontario?
The Brockville Rifles are in a unique position for a couple reasons. One is our location. We are kind of central between Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto.
True.
So a lot of resources tend to flow through this corridor. Another one is that we are one of only 5 rifle regiments left in all of Canada.
Really?
That's correct, yeah.
I never knew that. Very interesting.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so historically rifle regiments are much smaller, tight-knit teams that operate somewhat independently of the overarching chain of command.
Okay.
So what that does for us, and I do see this in our culture, I truly believe that it's been handed down generation after generation after generation. We are very close regardless of rank. So when we all get together, we get together in social and family
gatherings as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we all mesh together really well. And it's really nice to have that in my life, is just that second family that is just solid. And so that's something that the rifle culture is really.
So if someone sees this this broadcast and they decide, oh, hey, I want to talk with Nathan, how do they reach you?
So I'm available in my office at 144 King Street East, the Brockville Armories. There's a buzzer on the side door. Some people have a hard time getting in there.
Yes.
I'm usually available for just impromptu consultations between 9 and 3.
Okay.
9 a.m. and 3 p.m. every day of the week. Another way is the forces.ca website, which I would recommend for anybody who's interested in joining the CAF or the Army Reserves. The forces.ca website has a plethora of information about all the different trades, all the different opportunities, all the different education reimbursement programs, both regular forces and reserves. It's a pretty intuitive site to navigate. And you can find my information on there as well. The Brockville Rifles recruiting at forces.gc.ca be the email address, and you can reach out at any time.
I find that a lot of students that are graduating, they really don't know what they want to do. And then there's others, of course, they know exactly what they're going to do. But for the ones that don't know what they want to do, is this a good path for them?
I would say absolutely. I know a lot of young people right now, a lot of graduating students from high school are taking that extra 1 year, that extra gap between secondary school and post-secondary.
Yes.
And I think that joining the Army Reserves and getting your entry-level training done in that time is just a great opportunity. It's a great time to do it. For one, it gives you a lot of hard and soft skills that will help prepare you for a future career or education. Some skills that you won't get anywhere else. A lot of, like I said earlier, teamwork, leadership skills, collaboration, determination, resilience. There's a lot of things that military training will give you that are very difficult to find in any other avenue. So there's really no reason, if you're taking a leap year or a gap year, to not consider joining the Army Reserves and getting your entry-level training in one of our many, many offered trades.
Which I think some young people don't realize, that they can actually become an electrician, become a technologist just by joining the Army itself, the armed forces. They just don't realize that there's this opportunity as well.
That's right.
Okay, so for you yourself, you're extremely happy that you went this route?
I am, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Is there anything else that you want to tell our viewers and potential recruits out there about the Brockville Rifles and the armed forces?
Yeah, I would think that if you've ever considered it, take the opportunity, at least come talk to a recruiter, talk to somebody who's in the military, and give it a shot, because right now is a very exciting time for the Canadian Armed Forces, and any missed opportunity, you could come back to haunt you later. So take your shot and check out the Canadian Armed Forces.
Very well said. Thank you very much, Nathan, for coming in today and sitting down with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Doreen.